Hi, YouTube pedal people community. We're looking today at the Lovepedal Babyface Tremolo. And you've heard a whole bunch of sounds. I decided this time to give you a nice overview of what the thing can do with the set depth setting in the intro. And I think for €139, probably 140 bucks, depending on where you buy it, you have a really flexible, great sounding tremolo here that I'm gonna bitch about in detail. It is made for a very specific purpose, in my mind. Haven't talked to the Lovepedal people. I love to say this, the Lovepedal people. It has its limitations, but not in sound. Sound-wise, this thing can do a lot. You have a big-ass knob for the tremolo speed. You have a switchy-poo, that is a technical term, a switchy-poo, a switcheroony, a doohickey switch, that can switch your tremolo wave from a sine, and I'm gonna demonstrate, to a kind of a square, a sawtooth for these chopping sounds. If you want to chop even more, to a square wave pretty much going on and off. You've heard that a lot in the intro. So you can easily get that sound that you know so well from Green Day, from American Idiots. What is that? Boulevard of Broken Dreams something. There's a really cool stutter sound. So you can actually get a slicer chopper sound like you've heard in the intro. I think this is way cool, way more flexible than the standard sine wave kind of Fendery vintage kind of tremolo. I think sound-wise, you got a lot of flexibility. Go away, fly. And you can even get nice modern sounds for an intro for whatever you want. Now, why did I say I want to bitch about it? I think it is designed with all its sonic possibilities. I think it is designed as a set it and forget it, put on your pedal board and never touch again pedal. Which is very sad because it means I'm gonna have to send it back because I can't use it in the studio. Because it's way too much of a hassle to set anything on it. Now, Lovepedal likes to hide parameters in the back of their pedals. And I'm gonna show you this. Oh. For example, on their fuzz, they have a little hole in the back to set the bias. They have a delay, which is a great delay, also same size as the Babyface Tremolo, but level and feedback is in the back with two little pots, and there's holes in the back so that you can go in with a little screwdriver. Now, you'd ask yourself, rightfully so, where is the depth for the tremolo? How far does it modulate the level of my sound? That is something that you need to be able to control. They put that in the back. I've got the back right here. And there are no holes in it. So you actually have to take the thing apart to set your depth, which can only mean to me that it is meant as a, well, I got a pedal board, I need a tremolo sound in this one song, I don't want to waste a lot of space, and I really never want to change it. So set it, forget it, put it on your pedal board, done. And for that, I think it's great. It is very small. It is so small it can't house a battery, so you need your 9-volt power supply. If you have it on your pedal board, not a bad thing. Again, for me in the studio, I would love to have a tremolo with those sonic abilities and those great sounds, but I put that on my table. I always need to get the power supply. Well, it's not so bad, but I want to actually, set the depth differently, which I would do every single time I pick up the thing. I want to play around with the sound. Can't do it. You gotta open it with a screwdriver and 4 screws to take the whole backplate off. That is a pain in the ass. But for you guys who are looking for a tremolo to put on your pedal board, turn it on, turn it off, maybe change the speed a bit to match the drummer, that is it. Great little pedal. So I don't want to bitch too much, but that is a drawback. What they could have done, like they have on the Lovepedal Super Lead, see there's a little, let me see if I can show this. See, there's a little button here, a little part. Now right here, somewhere, they could have put that in. Just a little depth knobby. It's not there. Now, and if you want to get really anal, and I'm gonna get really anal right now, the switch to switch the 3 waveforms, which is a great idea, and I love that, is very close to the speed knob. So you found your speed, you want to play around with the waveforms, you really can't do that without switching the speed back. So I'm gonna go all the way over here. The only way to get the switch back, because it is so fucking close to the speed knob, is if you actually take your fingernail, very carefully go in there and switch it back. If you got big ass hands, you're gonna go like, and you changed it. So I'm thinking design flaws. Put the switch a little bit higher, put the switch in the middle, put the switch somewhere else. Give me a little trim pot for the depth. This is the killer tremolo pedal that everyone's going to have. The way that it is now, it is going to be set it, forget it, put it on your pedal board, takes up a minimum amount of space, but sounds great. So if you're in the market for that type of application, killer. So I'm going to show you a couple of sounds. You've already heard a few. So we're going to go to sine, and it's still set pretty high on the depth. Setup. Hey, we got a PRS Modern Eagle 2. I got it right now in the middle position between the two 5708s on single coil, and we're going through the PRS SE20 amp on clean, which gives you a nice Fendery kind of sound, which I thought was great to demonstrate a tremolo pedal. And what else do you need to know? Oh, it's going through a Hot Rod 50 cab. Fender Hot Rod 50 cab, down in the basement in an isolation box mic with a Sennheiser E606 microphone going into Universal Audio 710D preamp set to solid state. So, so I'm going to go and switch it and try to get the depth down. You're gonna have to see what I have to do for that. I'm gonna ruin my whole setup. So first of all, I have to unplug it here so I can turn it around. Now I messed everything up. And we have the depth here, the black, the white one is the level. I'm gonna get the depth down quite a bit. About 9 o'clock. So, you saw I already had the, you saw I already had the back plate off, but you would actually have to go unscrew all 4 screws. Excuse me? Change it to the way you want it, put it back on, so it's pretty much a set and forget thing. So here we are. Well, we have no speed. just the nicest little bit of shimmer here. Gonna go to Sawtooth. And to square. The difference between Sawtooth and square gets more pronounced the higher the depth setting is, which you would really want to play around with. Well, what do I have to do now? Well, gotta go back and do this. I'm gonna show you some distortion first. So, gotta go and switch it back. Again, there's the, you see this here. Black one is the depth. Gonna go and crank it up. Let's go drastic and go 9 o'clock. No, that's 3 o'clock. What is that? Yeah, 3 o'clock. Oh, so almost all the way up. Slow speed, turn it on. Really, for a sine wave kind of a Fendery sound, not usable, it's way too much. But of course, I knew that. But maybe if you crank it up in speed, kind of get a Leslie thing going. Very nice. You can even get it so fast that it kind of sounds like self-oscillation, so you have a really low note going on there. Almost, please don't kill me about this, almost like a ring modulator. Really nice. It can get really fucked up. Nice! I mean, very cool pedal if you're okay with the limitations. There you hear the difference much clearer. Oh, my pick! Okay, this is a really cool sound for a rock band, for an intro. If the drummer can hear you well enough, then that definitely is something for a rhythm part. Now, if you have a delay and you actually get it to a similar speed, you could build a soundscape that is just phenomenal. If they move the little switch just half a centimeter, they gave me a depth on the top, I'd even spend more money on it. What a great pedal. You know, use it creatively, use it sparingly with just a little bit of wobble. I think Lovepedal's got a winner here if they rethink their strategy or their philosophy of we are hiding the controls. Now, you can trick it. You can trick them and say, well, fuck Lovepedal, I'm gonna do my own thing. And you take a metal drill and you just make yourself 2 holes or maybe one big one, and then you can just turn it around and get to the controls. Of course, live that doesn't help you. So please, Lovepedal, give this one more control on top, leave the level inside, I don't care, give this one more control on top and move the little switch so I can get to it easier. Or leave the little switch where it is and put a smaller knob on it. You can also do this, the speed knob, replace it with a smaller knob so that they're not in each other's way so much. So I'm gonna skip the context playing today, because well, any kind of song that I would play to, I'll have to set the level, the speed. It's gonna run out of sync. It's more of a live thing. So I think you've heard what this thing can do, and I'm impressed. But I'm also kind of a little bit pissed off that they don't give me this pedal in a, for me, usable form. Of course, if you like what you've seen, you're like, I don't need this, I'm gonna set this to one thing, set up the speed, go. Because I need this for one song, for this one or 2 applications. This might be the pedal for you. It's not overly expensive, it's high quality, it's a boutique pedal, but it's $139. So, what can you say? Great piece of gear. Yes, it is.